Hey everybody, it's Dan from Daasity here with another episode in our Data Gotcha series where we're helping you understand how to really use e-commerce analytics to drive your business. Today, I'm going to be talking about attribution and especially vendor reported metrics versus those that come from your first click or last click and how to use that to make better decisions. And we do that because how you spend your marketing dollars is really, really important. I see too many people relying on one metric and making not necessarily the best use of allocation of their funds. So let's take a typical consumer, me. I was hanging out last week, checking out my Facebook feed and saw something really cool that I was thinking about buying. Clicked on it, ended up going to the website. Of course, then I got busy, maybe distracted, making dinner, watching TV. And so left, and then a couple of days later, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to go take a look at that product that I was looking at. So went into organic search, typed into the scroll, into the Google search bar, ended up finding it organic, clicked on it, doing a little bit of research and thought it was really cool. And then maybe I left it, got busy again. A couple of days later, I was like gonna go search, see the ad for it in the shopping feed and said, okay, I'm in, I'm gonna go buy this product and spent the 50 bucks. Now that's really important, right? This user journey is not uncommon. We know that most of our customers are going multiple steps before they actually make a purchase. And so understanding how to sort of think about the data that's coming back from our vendors and Google Analytics is really important to help us understand how we should think about allocating our dollars. If I was to go solely on the vendor, and let's take Facebook, right? So Facebook loves to have a long attribution window and says, they love to say that on day 14, this order was solely a result of that ad that I saw and clicked on. And so they're gonna say, we're gonna take full responsibility for that ad, and we're gonna go and say, you get a 5x ROAS on that ad that we saw. Then Google's gonna say, well, it was a result of our last click over here, and you only spent $2, so that ROAS is really 25 times. When I go look at a first click, so if I was only gonna go look at my first click, I would ignore all the other spend I had. And you wanna tend to do that when you're thinking about really top of funnel campaigns. And it would give me that 5x return. And then on a last click basis, it's gonna say, hey, you spent that $2, so I'm gonna get a 25x return. Now there's no way to actually know, to actually get all of this. It's really hard to get all of the actual points. But if I was to add up all my spend, I spent $12, I got 50 bucks, which is roughly a 4.8x ROAS. And why is that important? This is the true number, but our vendors are gonna be better than what the true number is. So we have to remember that whatever the vendor ROAS is probably higher than what it actually is. These are gonna be better than what they usually say. And so that's really important for us to understand as we're thinking about looking at these numbers. And then depending upon the type of marketing you're doing, whether it's top of funnel, bottom of funnel, and how much you spend, these first click and last click numbers can be incorrect as well. And so what it means is that we have to think about our last click, first click numbers being a little bit potentially more realistic depending upon the type of marketing, but still overestimating the true cost, and our vendor reported as overestimating overestimating the true benefit. And so we need to use these three to triangulate and really understand how we should be allocating those dollars, as well as understanding that attribution window. If you have any more questions about marketing, especially attribution, hit us up, daasity.com, or just send us a note. Happy to answer your questions.